Very cordial welcome to the annual meeting 2023. I express this cordial welcome on behalf of the Board of Trustees and my colleague, Holger Brend, is the President, and all the members of the Management Board, as well as all the people who are here to make your stay here enjoyable and productive. We couldn't meet at a more challenging time. We are confronted with so many crises simultaneously. What does it need to master the future? I think to have a platform where all stakeholders of global society are engaged. Governments, business, civil societies, the young generation, and I could go on, I think is a first step.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard today's edition of Human Events Daily, powered by Turning Point USA. Today is 1/17/2023, Anno Domini. Today is day one of Davos. The World Economic Forum in snowy Switzerland has launched their latest annual meeting. You just heard Klaus Schwab there, the masters of the world. And so we've got someone on who's a bit of a Klaus Schwab and a globalist expert. Folks, it's international journalist Noor bin Laden. We had her on last year during Davos, when we went to Geneva. She appeared in our Great Reset documentary. She joins us again today. Noor, thank you so much for joining Human Events Daily once again.
Thank you for having me, Jack.
So tell us, what were your reflections from the opening session of the World Economic Forum this year?
This declaration is a historic step in our work to eradicate deep-seated injustice. Diversity is a fact, but inclusion is a choice. How we choose to incorporate the diversity of our communities can mean the difference between a stagnant and thriving country and continent.
In every nation, members of marginalized groups face discrimination. They face barriers that prevent them from participating fully in society. It's a daily reality for people from indigenous communities and communities of African descent, women and girls, LGBTQI+ people, people with disabilities, religious minorities, and others, including in the United States. With this declaration, each of our nations acknowledges the responsibility to work with fierce urgency to knock down these enduring barriers and to try to stamp out the prejudice at their root.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard today's edition of Human Events Daily, powered by Turning Point USA. Today is January 18th, 2023, Anno Domini. What you just heard there, that's Secretary of State Tony Blinken, along with the government of Canada, the government of Mexico. When the Mexico City summit was just held, only 1 week ago, no one's talking about this. Yes, today is Davos Day 2, and we're going to get into that. But we also must be very clear that Joe Biden, Justin Trudeau, and Obrador went down to Mexico City and they signed a Declaration of North America. Declaration of North America. Global integration, global collaboration, diversity and inclusion. You hear there from Tony Blinken. What else does this document call for? Open doors to the entire world. That's exactly what this declaration is calling for. And we've seen these same type of forces before, the forces of globalization. And so that's why I'm very excited to bring in Sav Hernandez. Savannah, you've been at Davos all week. You've just been crushing it with your reporting. When I look at this information about the Declaration of North America, Klaus Schwab has been talking about this exact same agenda from the entire trip that you've been there, with global integration, global collaboration, and saying that he wants to fight against fragmentation and the messy patchwork. Well, I say, guess what? I'm a proud fragment. If that's what you're going to call me, a fragment. I'm a proud fragment, standing up for my nation, standing up for my religion, standing up for my beliefs, standing up for my heritage.
who will really command the fourth industrial revolution and its technology like artificial intelligence?
What's your sense of who's best placed at this time to lead the world into the fourth industrial revolution? Because you pretty much created this term. We're seeing the kind of technological strides that China has made with Huawei, with the 5G technology. Do you believe that this could potentially be China's time once again?
We should make here again let's say a differentiation. On the one hand, we have state capitalism. On the other hand, we have shareholder or private capitalism. So it's a clash between two systems. I believe that state capitalism in the short term provides certain advantages because you can mobilize in a concentrated way a lot of resources to reach a specific objective. But I believe that the future is not state capitalism or shareholder capitalism. The future is what I call stakeholder capitalism, which is combined with the social responsibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard today's edition of Human Events Daily. Today is January 19th, 2023, Anno Domini. What you heard there, Klaus Schwab. So we're in day 3 of Davos, Switzerland. Klaus Schwab, that's a clip from him explaining the different systems that we've seen before between China and the West. Let me break down what he's explaining to you. He's saying the China system is state capitalism, whereas he's saying in the West, you have a system of private capitalism, which of course is obviously not true. The government plays a massive role in our economy, and it has for decades. Some would say even all the way back to the creation of the Federal Reserve, our central bank. But what Klaus Schwab says there that's so interesting for us that we all need to take note of is that at first he says it would seem that the two systems are clashing because they're different. But then he says what will win over in the end, and what we're moving towards in his view, is an era of stakeholder capitalism. Stakeholder capitalism. What does this mean? Stakeholder capitalism. This means, boys and girls, a connection and a merger between the two systems. And the World Economic Forum is positioning itself and has positioned itself for years to be the point of that merger.